How's it? Donnie at Kollectiv Studio. Okay, so you want to record, right? What do you need to know? How do you need to prepare? All these questions are valid questions that people ask that are in bands that want to record music, and this video is not just for my studio. It's just some general tips for any band looking to record at a studio. So first of all, how do you need to prepare, right? Typically, if you're a band, you need to be able to play at least on click. Like, there is some albums, some bands and stuff that it's not recorded on click. Some of the very famous songs are recorded not on click, but generally today in studio people record on click. It's just easier for production. So it's generally needed for each of you guys to at least be able to play on click. And it's just a general, even if you can play on click, that's probably the only time you'll switch off click is when you can play on click. So it's one of those things, you need to be able to play on a metronome, and not just the guitarist playing with the drummer. It's everybody being able to play on a specific beat. Typically those are, if everybody in the band can do that, typically those are the bands you don't need a click for. In my studio I can do live tracking. I do live tracking. As you've seen my videos, I just released a video of a jazz band playing live. I do live tracking. I think for bands it just sounds better because everything's more cohesive, but obviously we can do individual tracks, and that's where you need to get used to this environment. Maybe do a rehearsal session at the studio you're looking at to maybe record. Ask the studio manager or the producer or whatever, listen, can we just do a practice session, not a full recording, just to get used to everything. That's a good idea. Then you can start asking questions about production, like how do they work, or you obviously as a band would have an idea. I know a lot of people track at their homes and a lot of people do their own things, but there's really a big difference coming into an acoustic space and tracking as a band, or at least recording your drummer live in a room. You've seen my videos of the drummers tracking in my room, and we do like practice sessions for drummers and drum covers and stuff, and so that's really important that's really important for your band sound, right? To have everybody who's actually in the band record. It does happen that not always everybody is good enough, and that's really something you need to sort out before you want to try and record. So the other thing is, are you a band or are you a solo artist, right? So for a band versus solo artist, it's a bit of a different equation. Obviously a solo artist can't come in and do live tracking. So typically what I do is I would get a recording either in the studio, or you send me a recording of something you've done, and we typically start working on the production from there. I typically build you some sort of basic drum beat track, and then from there on we start working and producing the song together. I really, as a producer, spend a lot of time getting to know my clients in terms of musically who they are, who they want to be. I think it's really important for them to get the correct sound that they've got in their head. Obviously we all have an idea of, when we write a song, of where we want to go to with the song, so that's really important. So spending time with people and getting to know them is really, really important. You can't just rock up to a studio and think everything's going to click. It might happen. That kind of stuff, that does happen, but typically I would say it's better if you spend more time with the producer, with the engineer, and you make a day of it. Typically you get much better results. Okay, so that's just a few tips from my side for when you want to record, or when you want to not necessarily just at my studio but in any studio. These are just some general tips for you. Anyway guys, go play music, go record, go and have fun, play live. That's the idea of music. Go and have fun. Even if we do it professionally or we do it non-professionally, it should still be fun. So go out there and enjoy it. Cheers guys.